Beyond the Words: How to Decode the Secret Language of Attraction in a Single Greeting. Friends, colleagues, fellow humans navigating the delightful, sometimes bewildering world of human interaction. Today, we're going to talk about greetings. Not just any greetings, but those greetings that make you stop and think, wait a minute, was that more? We've all been there. A casual encounter turns into something that feels, well, charged. And often, the initial clue lies in how someone greets you. So, if a man greets you like this, there's a good chance he's crazy about you. Now, before we dive in, let's be clear. We're talking about patterns, not isolated incidents. One enthusiastic hello doesn't necessarily mean wedding bells, but a consistent pattern? That's worth paying attention to. First, let's talk about the lingering gaze. It's not just a quick glance, it's a sustained look, a moment where time seems to slow down. He might greet you with a smile, but it's the eyes that betray him. They hold a warmth, an intensity that suggests a deeper connection. It's as if he's trying to absorb every detail of your presence. A normal hello is a quick in and out. This hello is like a slow burn. Second, the extended physical contact. I'm not talking about anything inappropriate, of course, but a handshake that lingers a fraction too long, a gentle touch on the arm that feels deliberate, a light touch on the shoulder. These subtle gestures can speak volumes. It's a way of creating a physical connection, of subtly bridging the gap between polite acquaintance and something more. A quick greeting is a quick physical interaction. This is like a slow and gentle physical interaction. For a religious audience, the concept of non-verbal cues can be deeply understood through the lens of divine wisdom and the inherent connection between the inner self and outward actions. The scriptures, in their profound understanding of human nature, often emphasize that true intentions and feelings are revealed not just through words, but through the subtle language of the heart, manifested in our demeanor and actions. Consider the teachings that stress the importance of sincerity and humility. These virtues are not simply spoken, but embodied in the way one carries oneself, in the gentle gaze, the respectful posture, the unspoken reverence that radiates from a pure heart. When a person is genuinely moved by affection or respect, it transcends the superficiality of mere words and finds expression in the nuanced language of their presence. In the sacred texts, we find examples of prophets and righteous individuals whose very presence conveyed a sense of peace, wisdom, and divine connection. This was not solely due to their spoken words, but also to the aura of sincerity and devotion that surrounded them. Similarly, in our daily interactions, we can discern the authenticity of another's feelings by observing the subtle cues that reveal their inner state. A sincere greeting, for instance, is not merely a formality. It is an expression of genuine goodwill, a reflection of the inner harmony that connects us to one another. The way a person looks at you, the warmth in their smile, the gentle touch of their hand, these are all subtle signs that reveal the true nature of their feelings. The concept of Ishan, or excellence in faith, encourages us to be mindful of our actions and intentions, to strive for a level of sincerity that permeates every aspect of our lives. This mindfulness extends to our interactions with others, prompting us to be aware of the subtle cues that reveal their true feelings. A person who is genuinely concerned for your well-being will often express this concern not just through words, but through their attentive listening, their gentle demeanor, and their willingness to offer support. the way they hold eye contact, the slight inclination of their head, the subtle shift in their posture. These are all indicators of their genuine interest and care. Furthermore, the emphasis on inner purity and spiritual refinement underscores the importance of aligning our outward actions with our inner intentions. A person who is truly devoted to their faith will strive to embody the virtues of compassion, humility, and sincerity in their daily interactions. These virtues will naturally manifest in their non-verbal cues, in the gentle way they speak, the respectful way they listen, and the compassionate way they respond to the needs of others. The scriptures remind us that true faith is not merely a matter of outward observance, but a deep-seated conviction that permeates every aspect of our being. This conviction will naturally manifest in the way we interact with others, in the subtle language of our presence. The importance of observing non-verbal cues is also rooted in the understanding that human beings are created with an innate capacity for empathy and intuition. We are able to sense the feelings of others, to discern their true intentions, and to connect with them on a deeper level. This capacity is enhanced by our spiritual awareness, by our ability to cultivate a heart that is attuned to the subtle vibrations of human connection. Therefore, by paying attention to the non-verbal cues that reveal the inner state of others, we are able to deepen our understanding of their feelings and intentions. This can lead to more meaningful and fulfilling relationships, built on a foundation of mutual respect and understanding. In a world often filled with superficiality and pretense, the ability to discern genuine feelings and intentions is a valuable asset. By cultivating our awareness of non-verbal cues, we can gain a deeper understanding of the human heart and build relationships that are rooted in sincerity and authenticity. This awareness is a gift, a way to connect with others on a level that transcends the limitations of words, allowing us to see the true beauty and depth of the human spirit. Recognizing those non-verbal cues and understanding them can lead us to a better understanding of the people around us. In the realm of spiritual understanding, the concept of context and consistency holds profound significance, mirroring the divine order and the unwavering nature of truth. Within our religious framework, we are taught that true faith is not a fleeting emotion or a sporadic act of devotion, but a consistent and unwavering commitment to the principles of righteousness. Similarly, in our interactions with others, it is crucial to discern the true nature of their intentions by observing the consistency of their actions and the context in which they occur. A single act of kindness, while commendable, does not necessarily indicate a genuine and lasting commitment to compassion. It is the consistent pattern of kindness, the unwavering dedication to serving others, that reveals the true character of a person. The scriptures emphasize the importance of discerning the true nature of individuals, urging us to look beyond superficial appearances and to examine the underlying motivations that drive their actions. This discernment is not a matter of judgment or condemnation, but a necessary step in building relationships that are grounded in trust and authenticity. Just as we are called to examine our own hearts and to ensure that our actions are aligned with our faith, so too are we called to observe the actions of others with a discerning eye. A single moment of generosity, while appreciated, must be viewed within the broader context of a person's life and character. Does their generosity stem from a genuine desire to help others, or is it motivated by self-interest or a desire for recognition? The answer to this question can only be found by observing the consistency of their actions over time. The concept of taqwa, or God consciousness, encourages us to be mindful of our actions and to ensure that they are always guided by a sense of responsibility and accountability. This mindfulness extends to our interactions with others, prompting us to be aware of the context in which our actions occur and the potential impact they may have. A single word spoken in anger, while regrettable, may be forgiven if it is an isolated incident. However, a consistent pattern of harsh words and disrespectful behavior reveals a deeper problem: a lack of self-control and a disregard for the feelings of others. The importance of consistency is also reflected in the concept of sunnah, or the example of the Prophet. The Prophet's life was a model of consistency, a testament to the unwavering commitment to the principles of faith. His actions were not random or arbitrary, but guided by a deep-seated conviction and a desire to serve God and humanity. Similarly, we are called to emulate the Prophet's example by striving for consistency in our own lives, by ensuring that our actions are always aligned with our faith and our values. A single act of piety, while commendable, must be followed by a consistent pattern of righteous behavior. In the realm of human relationships, the importance of consistency cannot be overstated. Trust is built over time through a series of consistent and reliable actions. A single act of betrayal, while devastating, may be forgiven if it is an isolated incident. However, a consistent pattern of dishonesty and deception erodes trust and destroys relationships. Just as we are called to be consistent in our devotion to God, so too are we called to be consistent in our relationships with others. This consistency is not a matter of perfection, but a matter of striving to live up to our values and to treat others with respect and compassion. The context in which actions occur is also crucial in discerning their true meaning. A gesture of kindness offered in a moment of public scrutiny may have a different meaning than the same gesture offered in private. A word of encouragement spoken in a moment of despair may have a different impact than the same word spoken in a moment of triumph. Therefore, it is essential to consider the context in which actions occur, to understand the underlying motivations that drive them, and to discern their true meaning. By paying attention to both the consistency of actions and the context in which they occur, we can gain a deeper understanding of the human heart and build relationships that are grounded in trust and authenticity. Knowing a person's heart is to know their pattern. Within the framework of our faith, the principle of respectful observation, rather than presumptuous judgment, aligns deeply with the teachings of compassion and understanding. We are reminded that every individual is created in the image of God, possessing inherent dignity and worth. Therefore, our interactions with others should be guided by a spirit of humility and respect, recognizing that we are all on a journey of spiritual growth. The danger of making assumptions, particularly about the inner thoughts and feelings of others, is that it can lead to misinterpretations and unwarranted judgments. True understanding requires a willingness to observe with an open heart, to listen attentively, and to refrain from imposing our own preconceived notions onto the actions of others. The scriptures caution us against hasty judgments, emphasizing the importance of seeking understanding and offering forgiveness. We are taught that only God knows the true intentions of the heart, and that it is not our place to judge the motives of others. Instead, we are called to extend the benefit of the doubt, to assume the best, and to approach every interaction with a spirit of kindness and empathy. This does not mean that we should be naive or gullible, but rather that we should strive to balance discernment with compassion, recognizing that every individual is capable of growth and change. The concept of Hazan al-Dan, or having good expectations, encourages us to view others in a positive light, to assume that their intentions are good unless there is clear evidence to the contrary. This principle is rooted in the belief that we are all interconnected, that we are all part of a larger community of believers, and that we should strive to create an environment of trust and mutual support. When we approach others with a spirit of good expectations, we are more likely to see the best in them, to recognize their strengths, and to offer them the encouragement and support they need to thrive. The importance of respecting personal boundaries is also deeply rooted in our faith. We are taught that every individual has the right to privacy and autonomy, and that we should refrain from intruding into their personal space or imposing our own beliefs and values onto them. This respect for boundaries extends to our observations of others. We should observe their actions with sensitivity and discretion, recognizing that they have the right to their own thoughts and feelings. We should not attempt to read their minds or interpret their actions based on our own assumptions. The act of observing in a religious context should be a form of contemplation, a way to reflect on the beauty and complexity of human nature. It should be an exercise in empathy, a way to connect with others on a deeper level, to understand their struggles, and to offer them our support. It should not be an exercise in judgment or condemnation, but rather an opportunity to extend compassion and forgiveness. True observation requires a willingness to listen attentively, to see beyond the surface, and to recognize the inherent dignity and worth of every individual. The scriptures remind us that we are all imperfect beings, that we are all prone to making mistakes, and that we should extend to others the same compassion and forgiveness that we hope to receive. This understanding should guide our observations of others, prompting us to approach every interaction with a spirit of humility and understanding. We should observe with a heart that is open to the possibility of growth and change, recognizing that every individual has the potential to become a better version of themselves. To observe with respect is to observe with love. In conclusion, understanding the subtle language of greetings, especially within a context of potential romantic interest, involves careful observation of non-verbal cues, consideration of context and consistency, and a foundation of respectful observation rather than assumption. By paying attention to lingering gazes, extended physical contact, and personalized greetings, we can gain insights into the feelings of others. However, it's crucial to remember that these are indicators, not definitive pronouncements. We must always balance our observations with respect for personal boundaries and avoid hasty judgments. Ultimately, fostering genuine connections requires empathy, understanding, and a willingness to see the best in others. Thank you all for your time and attention. May our interactions be guided by kindness, respect, and a deep understanding of the human heart.